Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to In the Pocket with Suzii. This is a tiny little space on the internet where you could come in for some support. This is also a space where we dig a little bit deeper in who we are so that we can show up in a better place out in the world. I'm an artist and an art life coach at SuziiChan.com. If you're interested to work with me, I'll share all my links below so that you could contact me. The more that I dig deeper and immerse myself and move around the world as an artist, the more I find the connectivity between someone who creates art for a living, who does art life coaching for a living, to how we are as individuals moving in life as an artist. There's a beautiful connection, and I am learning that in speaking to it more to others, it is a space that you can lean into to tap into your creativity, to be more free in experimenting, and to be loving this playfulness so that life becomes less serious, so that life can be more stress-free and free of this anxiety, because you have more tools, more playful tools to tap into. And so you don't always have to solve the problem. You can always reinterpret the situation, come from a different perspective, and see through from something in an area, a lens, a new set of eye that you just hadn't had access to before. And today I want to talk about an event that I did last week. I was at a 4 days live painting event for a coaching event. And also in that 4 days, I also facilitated an art workshop for the event. Now, this is a coaching event. What does that mean? That means for 4 days, a group of really passionate people, and some are coaches and different, some are high performance coaches, some are life coaches, some are ones that use different kind of modalities such as Reiki, shamanic, a whole wide range of group of people who come together to really do the inner work in excavating part and even deeper of these false beliefs that they have been carrying in, excavate those things out, re-examine and re-look at these beliefs and find innocence in those beliefs, and so that we can forgive those false beliefs through innocence. And from that space, they're able to come up with a much powerful statement to replace the old belief. And the practice where I come in the art facility, in the art workshop, is to have this expressive art act through the body so that we can integrate their new beliefs into their system, into their body, so that they can access it beyond the head, down to the heart and head connection. And that's really my role in that. And separately from that, with live painting, what that means is that I have a setup of where I get to paint on the floor, and I take in and I tune into the energy of the room, what conversations are being said, what discussions are being had, what are some of the old beliefs that's arising, the pain, the suffering that it has carried through, and the energy of forgiving, the space that they get to tap into, finding the innocence, finding the compassions for themselves, and access that real deep core forgiveness so that this could be let go. And from that beautiful lightness space, a powerful statement is being created. And this is all being witnessed by the circle, witnessed by each other, and affirmed by one another. With all of that presence, I open myself as a channel, as a conduit for all to land in. And of course, inevitably, it will interact with who I am and how I process this, and that it's all mix and land on the canvas. It's an incredible, powerful, potent space and experience to be in. And it is also one that is at times very heavy, because I am an open channel and conduit. What that means is all the suffering, all the pain, years and decades of pain and misunderstanding and judgment and shame and guilt, all that is being felt in my physical body, in my emotional body. And so I had to not only allow that to come through, but at the same time separate who I am and not get completely attached to that. And some of the space, what landed on the canvas, is a lot of those energy. It was really beautiful too. And the thing that I learned and discovered about all of this, I discover this beautiful journey of performative art, performance art. As these energy is coming through me, these stories, these emotions that's being released out of others and coming into me, it felt like this swarm of cloud that's living, and that gets to travel towards me, and I am completely immersed by it. And because I did the energy work of opening myself, I allowed myself to almost be like a brush, like a tool. And I move my body and use the paint, and I grab the oil sticks, all the tools that I have with me to become this expressive way of putting an image, a texture, a temperature, a movement to these paints, to these stories. And that essentially became a part of the art creation itself. I became a part of the art, not only as a tool, but as the storytelling of it, the movement, the creation of it. That is part of the art creation. It took me about a week for all that to really settle in. I got back last week, and only today am I awakened to this massiveness of performance art. And the more that I delve into this space and allowing myself to continue to learn more and practice more on performance art, I'm so appreciative of the experience I had, because it was one that is completely new. So I'm only discovering this in hindsight, which is incredibly cool. But what I want to point out here is that performance art is like a live entity. It's ever evolving, it's shape shifting. So the things that came through only exist when I am in the space of creating that piece, and then it's gone. So in many ways, I always like to link it back to life, the life that we are living. Life, in a way, is our canvas, right? It is something that is, we get to kind of, it's something that is actually quite neutral, and you and I are the artists, and we get to splash paint and put different colors and different mediums on it, depending on what it is that we are going through. So it is, because we don't know how life will unfold, it is a continuous adventure of self-discovery of who we are, and then we get to be the tool that makes it happen. So that was something that is lives incredibly powerful right now within me. And I really invite you to just get curious on how possible that your life is a canvas and that you are the artist that's making this splash. How is life a neutral canvas, a blank canvas, and how you can create what you want out of it. Be the masterpiece and be the master that creates this piece. It is something that I am discovering, not only as an artist, but as a whole person living this life as well. So how I am discovering it, I'm relating that to you. I really would love for us to do this discovery and exploration of our inner artist together. So if you have any questions or comments, confusions, anything you want me to clarify, definitely drop your thoughts below. Hit the subscribe button. This is a beautiful space where we get to connect and discover this inner universe of incredible creativity through performance art and in life. I hope that resonates. I'm Suzii, Suzii, 2 eyes, because I believe the I in me sees the I in you. See you next time.